Howdy ho, howdy ho, howdy ho.
Hey, yo!
You JoJo fan.
Pretend that we didn't do that. Hey guys, we are back.
Hola, both of us together.
Together.
One video.
We're so happy to be back filming a video for you.
In the same state.
And we know that it's a little bit later. We decided that we're gonna actually change posting videos every Wednesday. They're just gonna be every week.
It might be Thursday. We were staying up like all night, like to 6 a.m. type of deal.
Yeah.
And like, we have jobs and lives.
Right.
And so if Chris Harrison would like to call us up and offer us a full-time gig, we would be happy to do this.
So don't worry, there will be a video every week. It'll just be a surprise. It'll be
Thursday, sometimes Wednesday, maybe even Tuesday sometimes. Glitter.
Yay! Okay, so the first thing that we have to cover, I think, is Chad's goodbye.
Oh my goodness, dude, he does not know how to let the show go.
But the best part was the guys, like, farewell to him.
But like them taking the protein powder and like, oh Chad, like it was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen on the show ever.
It was amazing. Okay, also, I'm so over Evan. Like the fact that he asked Chad for money.
Do you have money in that wallet? You have your wallet on you?
Like he antagonizes people. Okay, so at the cocktail party, the first cocktail party, something that I've been noticing is how much I like Derek. We talked about this a little bit last week in terms of the way that he looks, but if you were to take Jim from The Office and put him on The Bachelorette, that's exactly how he would respond. Like even down to like,
That little, no.
Yeah, the way he looks at the camera. And in the show, Jim can't stand to watch Pam flirt with
Roy.
It's not like Derek is being rude about it or anything, but I just think it's so accurate, like how much it's bothering him. It's eerily similar to Jim.
Yeah, which is fine with me.
Right.
Honestly.
We love Jim.
So Robbie's hair though, like I hate to be that person, but I think maybe if he just shaved his, like I like beards in general.
Yeah.
But like, it's like
his hair is this high and then completely short on the sides. Like I'm all about like long on the top, short on the sides, but it's too much.
Well, it seems like he's got some good dimples under there. Something,
Right.
Something. So what are you hiding?
Okay, so this is a direct Luke quote. Let me do it how he does it. I'm falling for you, and my heart beats a lot faster when I'm with you. Luke, honey, okay? I think it's really cute that he's romantic. He's so intense. I love you, JoJo.
Take you home.
Be my bride. Like, dude, just like take a step back.
Can't even look him in the eyes. She's always like, oh, well, let me just lean back on you because you're so intense. Where do I look?
Like, and it's romantic, which I think she likes, but it's too much.
It's too much.
Take the meter, turn it down.
By the way, okay, how was that a 360-degree view of the ocean? Like, you have to have a really good sight, you know what I'm saying? But that'd be an awesome view in the morning. Like, in the morning you see the sunrise and then you see the sunset.
I guess if you're living on like a tiny island, like
does that happen in the North Pole? Like, I've never been there. It's like a little pole and there's ocean.
I can't believe they put that in there. Like, he so clearly meant like what, like 180, but like it was priceless.
We just kind of looked at each other like,
okay, close. Almost there, but not quite. Who did say that? Do we remember?
I think it was Evan.
Oh, Evan. Okay, so when I started taking notes on the one-on-one with Jordan, what I started writing was, what are his other intentions? Because remember, Derek was saying I can't trust him.
I think it was Chase or Chatter.
Yeah, Chase said something as well. And
we said it as well.
We said it as well. And we were kind of like talking about it a little bit. And one question that I had was, is he trying to be the next Bachelor? Like, is he on the show to try and be the next Bachelor? And of course, the date continues and some things come out.
Yes.
Which explains a lot. So,
where to begin, honestly?
Where to begin? I mean,
she really called him out, though.
Like she always does.
I know, but like I'm constantly surprised still at how amazing she is.
Agreed.
I feel like we never talk about JoJo and she's a Bachelorette. It's because she's so perfect. There's nothing to say, really.
Like, yeah, there's no
JoJo.
critiques. Like, she's everything a Bachelorette should be. Thank you. But Jordan. So I don't know how she talked to his ex. That's kind of like weird.
Yeah, I think it was before the show or something.
Right, but like how does she know?
I don't know. See, we don't read spoilers, so we're not
Right, sure.
We don't sit around and read the gossip magazines.
Which we'll get to that. But here's the thing. It wasn't just the fact that Jordan's ex said that he was a bad boyfriend. People change, right? Everybody makes mistakes.
Or lies because they're jealous he's on the show.
Right.
You know, you don't know the context.
Right. It was the way he reacted. Now, I don't know about all of you, but that was the biggest show I've ever seen.
In fact, just side note, please tell us in the comments what you thought, because I'm so curious to see if you guys saw through it too, or if you think, oh good, he's finally being honest, because seriously, we're just like, what is happening to these lines? He was so
bull
defensive.
crap meter was all the way at 10.
Oh my goodness.
Direct quotes, okay? So she's like, I wish I could know what you're thinking. And his response was, I'm not thinking anything. Another quote that I thought was very interesting was he said, there wasn't physical cheating. And he went on to say that he was just talking to girls and flirting when he shouldn't have been.
In places he shouldn't have been.
And mind you, this was a girl that he was serious about marrying. If anything, he was proving that when he gets serious about somebody and wants to marry them, it doesn't actually mean something to him. It was a huge red flag. The basic summary of it was like he was speaking from a script.
You know what? That's the type of thing he'd do in the shower for probably the last 2 years.
Right.
Someday a girl's gonna ask me and this is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it was almost like the questions came and the switch went on and he swapped into charm player mode where he was covering his butt, you know?
Yeah.
It was
disgusting.
It was really gross. And I think that the questions of why do we feel weary about Jordan was officially answered.
And also, if Jordan could have a date, you're not allowed to kiss her, you're not allowed to touch each other, what would he do?
Right, because that's the only way he seduces her.
Yeah, he just kisses her all the time and never says anything serious or deep, and she thinks, oh, he's so honest.
Right.
All he says is, well, I never physically cheated, let me kiss you. And then he goes...
He definitely knows what he's doing. At this point, it's very clear that Jordan is bad territory.
Yeah.
I went from almost convinced to...
Not at all.
We were right all along.
She's the trophy, and JoJo is more than a trophy, Jordan.
Way more. First off, the producers are so smart. The fact that there was a magazine about JoJo
happened to be lying there, but,
in the hairdressing place or whatever,
but it was smart.
Here's my question. If you're a contestant on the show and you're basically dating a celebrity, right? That's what they're doing.
I mean, yeah, she's in a magazine. She's more
they're dating a celebrity. Would you be looking into gossip magazines? I would read that and my instant reaction would be, I'm not gonna assume anything. I wouldn't even be upset because I'd be it could be untrue. You never know. You brought up a good point. You were well, they're isolated in this house.
It's been a month or something. They have nothing else to read. She is the obsession. She is all they're thinking and talking about. And there happens to be a magazine written about her. Whether it's true or not, any little piece of her that they can have.
It's true. That's true.
They're going to take. Because they don't have her Instagram to look at pictures. They don't have a picture of her to look at.
Right. I just felt bad because, first off, it was so clearly... garbage. It was so clear that it just wasn't true and it was total gossip.
Yeah.
And that was the same Chad that on Ben's season.
And she's like, no.
Right. So he's just such a douche and I don't know, it's frustrating.
You know what, he doesn't even get any airtime on our show, so I'm done talking about him. Okay, group date. Sand surfing, we have to do that.
We were so jealous.
I mean, I didn't even know that was a thing. Now it's gotta be on the bucket list. We weren't invited.
Rude.
But a lot of the guys were, and it looked super fun.
It looked so fun. Bar none, one of the best group dates. These group dates have been awesome.
Really awesome. They haven't had to get naked or anything and pose for a calendar.
Which is surprising. Here's my question, Luke. Do you ever laugh? Just smile. I just want to see you happy. Just do something.
He's seen a lot.
He's such a downer. Dude. Okay, so on this group date is where things started to get... There was some friction that happened. Now, we like Alex.
Yeah.
We do. And we really like Derek. We're big Derek fans.
Big Derek fans.
So it's sad that they're not getting along. At this point in the show...
I was going to say the game.
I know, I was going to say the competition. At this point in the competition, there's such few guys that they're going to butt heads. And Alex is the kind of guy where he's always like looking for somebody that's like in the wrong.
Yeah, so with Chad gone, they're gonna turn on each other.
Right.
There's gonna be, it's all these little Chads everywhere now.
Right. Derek is a good guy, I think, to pit against because he's not one of the guys. He isolates himself, which is fine. You know, he's not a guy that wants to hang out with other guys, so I think he's a good target.
I wouldn't want to hang out with Evan and Jordan.
Hard pass. I think it's okay that Derek needs reassurance, and I think where it becomes a problem is when the guys that need reassurance take it out on the Bachelor or Bachelorette.
Yeah, he wasn't like an ultimatum like Evan did, or
right.
I'm gonna leave. Do you love me or anything?
Right.
He just all he said was it's hard to see you with other guys and like
he was being honest,
like
and real.
The real type of honesty, not the type of Jordan. I'm so honest now with you.
Right. I'm so honest. Make out. We think that Derek is in a healthy place. And I think that...
In fact, should we write that down or something?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
I think our top 3, Derek...
We never discussed this beforehand, by the way.
Are we still liking...
James T is always in my top 3, man.
James
T. Honestly, Wells is also in my top 3.
Who we don't like as much...
Went home.
All of them went home. We do like Alex. I just think that he's jealous.
Which is fine.
Oh, we don't like weird hair dude.
Oh, Robbie.
Beard guy, yeah.
Poor Robbie. In fact, we're gonna get into his date now. I almost don't want to touch it because the whole time I was like,
okay, that was the most awkward.
First of all, like, he was setting up like a 10-minute speech to tell her he loved her.
It was
but
so
it sounded
awkward.
like bad news. So by the time he said like, I love you, she was just like, but
she was like, oh,
thank you so much.
Thank you. You love me? Oh, that's sweet. It was weird because other guys have opened up and her response has been, she's talked about the guy, but she didn't talk about him at all.
She didn't say like, I feel like there might be a possibility with Robbie or we're opening up. She said, this gives me hope that this process works for people and that my future husband might be here. And like,
wait, insert. Can we talk about how they jumped off the rock? I'd like to say that like, I'm a spontaneous person.
I want to go skydiving this year. Like,
right, but like, what if there were rocks under there?
Okay, hopefully it was the producer said it's safe. You can jump there.
That's true.
But the way they portrayed it was, let's take jump off as a metaphor for our relationship. Do you trust me? And she's like, I'm so glad I trusted him enough we could do this. And I'm like,
there could be rocks. Like you guys could die.
Like,
and I've gone cliff jumping before. Like, but
you do it safely. It was like dark rain, and it was like,
oh
no, Robbie, save me! I did.
That's such an accurate description of what it was like.
And she brushes her hair out.
We're saved. Okay, so moving on to the last bit that we're gonna talk about. The rose ceremony started off with Derek pulling the guys aside. Now, I really want to say this. There's always that one person that gets called out for being manipulative when they're not manipulative at all.
Yeah, no, not at all.
And it's jealousy from the other people that are in the house, but they're always like, this person's like calculating and like trying to take
First of all,
time away from JoJo.
How was Derek taking time away from JoJo when she wasn't
even there?
It's like that literally could not have taken an hour.
Right. Like even with the edits that they made, we're positive that did not take that was not an hour-long conversation. 5 minutes tops,
because we saw it for 90 seconds.
Right. Let's just go on the record and say that Derek is not a manipulative person.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
I really admire him for not keeping it to himself. Yep. And they said, hey, you didn't have to call us out here alone. You could have said in front of everybody. I think it was the right thing to do. Like, don't just bring your business in front of everybody and make it a big drama-filled session. Just talk to a few people. Like, when I met Jenna, I take her aside so the cats don't hear, you know? Like, it's, like, polite.
When it was down to, like, the final 4, and Wells was one of them, we were, like, underneath our breath, Wells. We were really happy when Wells was chosen. And the 3 that we wanted to go, Vinny, Evan, Grant,
and the boxer, the poem boxer dude, James F.
He was cut earlier
in this episode though, but like, dude, you don't carry around a poem like that and then just spring it on a girl.
Yeah, it's weird. That's not just gonna solve all your romantic problems, dude. So that's it for this week's episode. I think we're at the place now where we like most of the guys. And that normally doesn't happen. I think
mostly these.
I think Jordan is where some bad stuff's gonna, obviously there's gonna be some friction in the house.
And I think when the guys hear that Robbie's in love with her, that could be interesting.
Right. Do you think she's gonna pick Jordan? Like, that could happen. You know, it's a thing on The Bachelor and Bachelorette that the one person that the Bachelor Nation is voting against ends up being the one that's chosen. That happens.
We'll just use our veto vote.
Please let us know if you are Team Jordan or not Team Jordan. Let us know.
Interested.
Chillers, we want to know. Let us know in the comments down below.
Our fan of the week, we didn't.
Fan of the week,
Samantha Russell.
Thank you so much for your love and support. We appreciate you so much.
All of you.
All of you. You're all beautiful. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. Until next week. Bye.